So thanks for joining me tonight. This is what we're going to be painting tonight, and this is a process that my mentor Tony Smibert showed me many years ago, and it's just a really great way of creating landscapes. There's lots of different ways of doing this. We're going to use this plastic film tonight, but you could use other things as well. And Tony Smibert is a fantastic teacher, so if you would like any of his resources, they're all in the links below. So check them out. I just think any books that he's made are just amazingly helpful. So have a look at those. So we better get started. Let's go. So I thought tonight that we'd look at how to paint a Chinese style or Asian style watercolor using a very interesting technique that Tony Smibert showed me. So I've just got some cling film or glad wrap or plastic, whatever you want to call it. It's called lots of different things in different countries. And all you're going to do is just scrunch it all up and then unscrunch it. And leave it a little bit, don't try and completely straighten it out. And then you're just going to get a brush and you're going to want that watercolor to be pretty a pretty solid sort of mix, like not too watery. And then what you want to do is just paint that on. So I'm just going to get this, it's like a hake brush, and I'm just going to bring it in over the top here like this. So it's just, I'm not pressing it down, but I'm just bringing it over the top here. A bit more, just, there we go. So just put a bit on there, and then I'm going to pick this up. I'm just going to place it down on my watercolor page here. And I'm just going to press it down onto the page. There we go, and I'll just peel that off. Lovely, beautiful. And then using that again, if I wanted to, I could come along and go, well, I want a little bit more, up around here, so I'll just press that down on there, and then I might want, a little bit off here in the distance. We'll press that on. And then I could reload this one, just put a little bit more on. And then just bring it in to just do a little bit more of a foreground here. I'm just going to press pretty firmly, get a little bit more firm movement there like that. Beautiful. So now what we're going to do is just dry this now. It's just quite pretty, really, quite lovely. So I'll just dry this. Oh, and by the way, if you ever load up your brush fully like this, a good way of just not wasting pigment is to just spray, as long as you don't mind the bowl being a little bit weaker, a weaker mix, you can spray into that brush and then just rinse it out. And you can go, if you're not just about to use that bowl of wash, till it almost runs clear, which is a nice thing to do. So the next step is to just turn this into some form of landscape, and you don't have to be too particular about that. One nice thing to do is actually to rinse your brush off completely, so it's nice and moist but just clean, and then you can start to just put in the beginnings of a mountainous landscape up here. And what will happen as you just start to do that, it'll pick up some of that pigment that's dried because you're moistening it, and then you can just start to give this landscape some form. but not be too particular about that. If you wanted to bring in a little bit of a little bit stronger pigment somewhere, then you could, you know, just to give a little bit more definition. But on the whole, it's just nice to just keep it quieter, you know, just so that your, you know, imagination can still do something for this painting. It can do a bit of interpretation of what's going on here. So for this I'm using a mix of cobalt blue and light red, and I'm just going to use a little bit of cerulean blue, but a very weak mix of that. Like, I'll weaken that right up so it's super weak, and then we're just going to bring in a little bit of a river here, because for me what's happening here is this beautiful mountain here, a little bit of mountain here, and this could almost be standing right on the precipice on the edge, looking right down into a river system here that's coming here and then pooling here. So that's what we're going to paint. And again, we don't have to be too detailed here. We can just put in the suggestions, you know, of a bit of water coming in down here and then spilling out into this bit here, and I'll just make it a little bit darker there. Just give it a little bit of dark. Just make that a little bit darker there. Beautiful. So really you don't have to do very much to these little blot things to just turn it into a bit of a landscape. And you didn't have to paint all these little dots, and you didn't have to try and work out exactly what it was going to look like right from the start. If you wanted to, you could come along and give a little bit more, you know, definition and detail to mountain peaks, and it doesn't need to be mountains. You could use this process for any landscape, you know, to just, you would obviously do different shapes than this, but you could use a similar process. So I'll just dry this. All right, I'll just finish this off. I don't really like this line here, so I'm just going to bring in a flat nylon just to disturb that edge a bit, and then I'm going to bring in my hake brush here and just bring it in around there, because I just think that that's more what it would look like. I can just, and I might even come in over the top a bit with a little bit of this, just to give it a little bit of, don't know if I like that, but beautiful. So thanks for joining me for this very simple how to paint a Chinese style watercolor or Asian style watercolor using this sort of, you know, the bit of Glad wrap or cling film or whatever you want to call it, and just doing a bit of blotting. And you could play around with this, and you don't really need to just use plastic film, but you could use anything, some branches or leaves or those sorts of things, to just make interesting marks on the page, which I really love, interesting marks. So thanks very much. If you really liked this video, then please press like. Obviously, if you didn't like it at all, then press the thumbs down button. And if you'd like to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos, then press the subscribe button and then press the bell button. And if you would like some more help with your watercolor, then you can just join me on Patreon. The link is in the description below and also just up here on the tag up here. So thanks very much for joining me tonight, guys, and I'll see you next week. Good night.